Arasan, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, DRPC Hindu College. We are sharing about the purchase management. It's all about the purchase. What is purchase? So it's a document used in purchase process where seller send buyer a quotation regarding the goods to be purchased as the buyer's open inquiry with the product detail such as its price, quantity, and their specifications. The details to be filled in the purchase intent includes as follows, namely maybe the date, name of the intender, type of the product, and budget, year, details of item with the specification, signature of respective department, maybe the purchase and material, and maybe the suitable person in the administratives. Okay. And the purchase management, actually the sole responsibility lies with the hands of purchase manager. So that means a purchase department. It is the function responsible for the coordination of planning, sourcing, purchasing, moving, storing, and controlling materials in an optimum manner so as to provide a pre-decided service to the customer at the minimum cost. What are the importance of purchasing? The purchase function provides material and flow of material to the organization. It provides effective buying. As purchase of material contributes almost 50 to 60% of the organizational spending, budget leads to efficient buying and cost saving structure. What are the principles of purchasing? Maybe the 6 principles of purchasing. You are all aware about that. It's a right quality, right quantity, right time, right source, right price, and right place. Not only that, there are 5 more primary principles of purchasing that needs to be upheld by the housekeeping and the purchase department. Purchase is an activity concerned with the acquisition of product and also obtaining the right product in the right amount at the right time at the right price. And some more principles of purchasing. It's about quality, quantity. We all heard about the Q and Q, that means quality and quantity. Sources of supplier, then price, maybe the material cost, and place, time, transport, contract, and payment of terms. And very important, it's related to transport because where we covering. So maybe then the place may be in between the domestic or maybe in foreign countries. If we are moving to the foreign countries at the time, the transport involved in many ways, maybe ship or air, or it will take a long time also. So it's not possible to move the production immediately. So it's possible if you are doing maybe purchase within the domestic, it's possible. And also at the time the transport costs also involved, ultimately it's going to increase the MRP of the material cost and the MRP of the finished goods also. Dynamic purchasing system, it may be DPS, dynamic purchasing system. The legalities relating to the use of a PDS come from the Public Conduct Regulation 2015, and a dynamic purchasing system is similar to the electronic framework agreement with the 2 exceptions. That means it's everything connected to the electronic devices, electronic way of purchasing. It may be a software connected to the purchasing. So everything, tender and indenting, everything may be connected to the dynamic purchasing, maybe a software or maybe the everything in the modern trend. It's a favor of the setting of a DPS. There are some options in the DPS, that mean dynamic purchasing system. Specification, selection criteria. That means selection criteria is related to the vendor and also it's about the material. Call for competitions, a request to participate, evaluate, supplier selection, tendering and award, audit and review. It's all about the purchase. And if you are going move in the depth manner, maybe low barriers to entry into supply market and difficult to buy in a bulk, achieve economies of scale, local best of offerings and or SME, price sensitive market, opportunity to automate contracting elements like ordering and invoicing, large number of potential interested bidder, large volume of transaction is everything connected to the DPS. And also it's very important function with the hands of purchase department, because all the responsibility with the hands of purchase manager. Not only purchase manager, all the executives working in the department of purchase department. Okay, a purchasing manager is an employee within an organization who is responsible at some level for buying or approving the acquisition of goods and services needed by the company. And if you are listing the functions of purchase manager, may be a receiving purchase request, searching for sources of supply, placing an order, delivery at right time, inspection and depositing bill, preservation of purchase records, good relation, that means good relation between the material and store and also supplier, moral and ethical standards, coordinating purchase budget. And if you are moving to the depth panel of functions of purchasing management, maybe it's a functions of purchase manager, functions of purchase department, and also we can add it functions of purchasing management in general. It is about receive purchase request, review and evaluate supplier selections, scrutiny of offer, order place, market research and information, payment authorization. And not only that, there are 10 key role and responsibility of a purchasing or procurement manager. There are supplier evaluation, interviewing vendor, visiting supplier plant and distribution centers, attending trade show conferences and meetings, unrolling analysis of price proposal, negotiation of various contract, collaboration with the supplier for agreeing upon policies, collaboration with the staff members for meeting the standards of the maybe standards involved in the material, or maybe the it's all about the supplier. So we supposed to check it whether they have quality, whether they have maintained standards, monitoring and evaluation of unrolling contract, maintaining and reviewing records of bought item. And also some more information about maybe the purchase procedure in India. The purchase procedure may differ from country to country and may differ from company to company and the nature of products also. Maybe their policy, it may differ. The purchase process is the journey of purchase order from creation through purchase order, approval, dispatch, delivery, invoicing and closure. It also includes budget checks, contract management, quality check and many more. And some of the steps involved in the purchase procedure in India: one is purchase order creation, purchase order approval, purchase order dispatch, binding contract, goods delivery, three-way matching and purchase order closure. These are the steps involved in the purchase process, maybe the purchase process in India. Some more flow chart related to purchase order, maybe how it's started, how it's going to reach other, or maybe where are the checkpoints available in the organization, and finally where it's go. So finally it's go to the supplier, and once we approve the vendor, so everything based on the flow chart only. Is, for example, create purchase order and it's moved to the send out request for quotations from various suppliers, analyze and select vendor, then receiving the invoices, then receive goods and services. After maybe there are one more action in between, either receive check invoice and receive goods and services. Maybe contract. Negotiate contract and a purchase order sending to the supplier. Authorize invoice and record keeping. It's very important. Record keeping. All the vouchers, bills, receipts, order copy, everything. We need to maintain the documents because this is for the future. Because in the future, there may be a budget, so at the time they are seeking the past only. So based on the past only, they are going to forecast. This is the again steps: purchase order creation, approval flow, purchase dispatch, goods delivery, three-way matching, and purchase order closure is again the manner. And the purchase order process, the purchase process may be involved. It's like a life cycle of purchase order because it's again and again it may happen. This is the first stage actually. If you are moving to the supplier, they supposed to send the product to the organization or production company. Then again they make order from the company. It's going to the supplier. The supplier send the product. It's like a cycle. Okay. So this purchase order process flow depict the action steps into purchase order processing as follows. Is like a create purchase order, send out multiple requests for quotation, that means various supplier from domestic as well as foreign, analyze and select vendor, negotiate contract, receive goods and services, receive check invoices, authorize invoice and pay vendor, record keeping, and purchase order flow. Some more flow chart, maybe where it start, where it's going to end. So it's some chart related to the purchase process. Purchasing process steps also again here explained in detailed manner, and it's the first one is need for goods and services, supposed to identify what kind of need we actually in the organization, and end with the accounting records update. Once we receive the goods from the supplier, then we supposed to recommend to issue the payment to the supplier. This is about accounting records update. And so successful supplier relationship management, actually creating an efficient effective buying process for not just direct spend but indirect spend also involved. This way it may be involved successful supplier relationship management, optimal supply chain management, streamlining the procurement cycle, providing a solid audit, establishing a model for business process across your entire organization. This is about it may be a model for the purchase. Made in India. Now you are heard about the word made in India, but today make in India. We suppose to utilize the material from within our country. Manufacturing happen in the domestic area, but all the materials are derived from the foreign country. But it's not happen. Manufacturers also available in India, and we supposed to utilize the material from within the organization itself. So not only that, it's applicable for all the activity, all the industry, namely automobile components, aviations, biotechnology, chemical, food processing, roads, railway, port and shipping, pharmaceutical, everything, space, textile. Import substitutions. So import substitute. So on behalf of import means purchasing from foreign countries. Okay, import substitution is a trade policy aimed to promote economic growth by restricting imports that completed with the domestic products in developing country. So instead of purchasing from foreign country, we suppose to utilize the sources in the domestic. The idea is to domestically produce what was previously imported from elsewhere. There are some economically sound reasons for doing this. Producing rather than importing will save valuable foreign exchange and ease the balance of payment deficits that most poor countries have. Moreover, there is obviously a ready-made market for the product because people are already buying it from abroad. We are supposed to utilize more and more from our home country. So then only we need to balancing the import and export. If we have more export, then no problem. Otherwise, so we need to maintain export and import in the balancing, maybe 50-50. Then only it's a powerful nation. Then, so some understanding the local economy in the import substitution. The one way to prevent money from leaving the local economy is to connect local demand for goods and services with the local suppliers of those goods and services. By substituting demand for externally produced things with locally produced things, communities can retain capital for use within the community import substitution. And need for export and import. Export and import are potential weapons of developing the economy and can play an important role in achieving the country's socio-economic objectives. In an economy, major determinant of net production and employment is growth in export. And not only that, the import substitution can also be discussed as a policy strategy that attempt to utilize underused capacities, reduce regional unemployment, or protect infant industry. Then some more objectives, maybe a promotion of domestic industries, employment generation, promotion of industrialization, production of consumer goods, improvement in balance of payment. It's all about the objectives of import substitutions. And what about the conclusion of the import substitutions? Instead of consumer must both have an understanding of the impacts of their purchases on the local economy and also find real value in the goods that are locally available, which gives good reason to be hopeful that import substitution can provide local communities a path to economic prosperity. And again it's a import already we are covering that, so purchasing from foreign countries. Why do countries import? The common types of imports are goods or services that can be produced more inexpensively or efficiently by other countries and therefore sold at low prices. Because we need material, we need to operate the production, we need to run the company. That's why it's available in India or in maybe their home countries, but not in the lower prices, or maybe they have enormous production. So they are offering at any time. They are ready to provide the goods at any time. That's why we move to the import. And import procedure. So it's like a purchase procedure in India, but it may be some of the concepts may differ because it involved into the other countries. Because we need to follow the policy and rules and regulation of their country. So then only it's possible, because their policy will differ, their country policy also going to differ. So we need to respond to both. So automatically the purchase procedure will be slightly changes from purchase procedure in India. So it is all for importing goods in a country. First of all, trade inquiry, procurement of import license. So anything, maybe export or import, first we need to buy a IE code, import and export. So that's why procurement of import license, obtaining a foreign exchange, placing an order, obtaining a letter of credit, that means LC or LOC, arranging for finance, receipt of shipments advice, retirement of import documents, arrival of goods, customs clearance and releases of the same procedure again and again here in the depth manner. It refers to the purchase of goods from a foreign country. Import procedure differs from country to country depending upon the country's import and custom policies, and other statutory requirements also involved in the different countries. It's about meaning of import trade. It refers to the purchase of goods from a foreign trade inquiry. We need to inquiry from other countries about our material. That's why already we explain that is IEC, that means import export code, IEC code. In foreign exchange, we need to maintain the foreign exchange. That means they are allowing their currency. Okay, an order, a letter of credit. It's about the LOC or arrangement of finance. Of shipment advice is about the shipment of goods. Details are such as invoice number, bill of lading, the port of export, description of goods and quality, date of sailing the vessel. Retirement of the import documents, maybe the documents, a bill of exchange, commercial invoice, bill of lading or airwise bill, packing list, certificate of origin. Why certificate of origin is where actually the organization may be involved. So that's why the certificate of origin, which country may be involved in the production, which country may be dispatching, and a marine insurance policy, very very important. Without the marine insurance, there is no import and export. Level of goods, custom clearance and the releases of goods. Once the clearance of customs, they release the goods. These are the activities are involved in the import procedure. So here today we sharing the information about purchase management and the responsibilities of purchase manager and purchase procedure in India and import substitution, and one more thing, purchase procedure from the foreign countries or import procedure. This is about today we are shared to you. So thank you so much for everyone for listening patiently. Okay, thank you so much once again.